I think just from week one, I knew we made the right decision by signing on and getting some more knowledge from you guys.
And this format changed my mind a lot.
Just the change in mindset from Mindset Mondays to the information that we had no idea was even available out there from marketing on our Tuesday sessions, and then our instructor training on Fridays. It's all been phenomenal. Just really thinking about things differently, approaching how we run our school differently, approaching how we're advertising, and how we're even running classes.
We've gotten a lot more interactions and conversations started, as well as some interest and leads that we've started following up on. And we learned a lot about the intricacies of the different options that Facebook advertising has, which we weren't completely aware of before.
Yeah, I think that for a while, we were just kind of spinning our wheels, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I think, once we joined the program, it's opened our eyes. We're thinking outside the box of what our normal box would be.
I'm Stephen Lim. Our school is U.S. Jiao Martial Arts. We teach a Southern long fist style of Kung Fu known as Jiao.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my name's Alex Lim, and I'm part of the school. I'm the Sifu of the school. We, like Stephen says, we teach a Cantonese Southern Chinese style of Kung Fu.
Awesome.
And Chris?
I'm Chris Adams. I'm one of the instructors at U.S. Jiao Martial Arts.
Awesome. So Chris, how long have you been doing it with them, or been doing martial arts?
In total, over 13 years now, with the particular style of Jiao that we're at.
Awesome. And so all of you guys kind of jumped on board and got started in this program to just because of the epidemic or pandemic. It started because you guys weren't able to offer regular classes. So Stephen, can you kind of speak to like some of the things that you have found that's been really helpful that you've learned so far? I mean, you guys are at the midway point in this program.
Everything with advertising, organic reach, Facebook advertising. We always struggled getting interactions with our posts that we've shared and getting posts into various groups. We've gotten a lot more interactions and conversations started, as well as some interest and leads that we've started following up on. And we learned a lot about the intricacies of the different options that Facebook advertising has, which we weren't completely aware of before, the targeting and the different ways to advertise through Facebook.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Alex? What do you think you've gained so far by being involved in this program?
I think I gained a tremendous amount of, knowledge in terms of using, videos and teaching virtually, because, I'm very old. I'm old school. So, to me, martial arts can only be taught, prior to this, it could only be taught, face to face, right there. And this format changed my mind a lot. And I was really actually happily surprised when I started teaching the kids especially, and listening to Titus, and I was able to actually have kids respond on video and using the props and all these different techniques to get the children's attention. Adults were a little bit easier, but kids were very, very difficult. And I learned a lot trying to get the kids more engaging through the camera, and a lot of techniques to get them to pay more attention, because kids are having a hard time too, because all day long now they're having to do their online classes for school.
Right.
And some of them are having breakdowns. A lot of them don't understand. So it was eye-opening for me. It's a new world, and I'm happily surprised.
That's awesome. And what about you, Chris? I know you're an instructor there. You're doing some other things on for the school. So what have you seen in these 6 weeks that you guys have been involved?
Yeah, I think just from week one, I knew we made the right decision by signing on and getting some more knowledge from you guys. Just the change in mindset from Mindset Mondays to the information that we had no idea was even available out there from marketing on our Tuesday sessions, And then our instructor training on Fridays, it's all been phenomenal. Just really thinking about things differently, approaching how we run our school differently, approaching how we're advertising and how we're even running classes.
Right.
It's been extremely helpful and really has opened our eyes on how we should have been doing things all along, and just the moving forward and how everything is going to be much better for us.
Awesome. So, Stephen, if somebody was sitting on the fence and they're just like trying to make a decision about whether or not to start the program, what for you maybe was the thing that pushed you, over the edge, or what do you think you could say to that person and be like, yeah, you should do it because, like, what would be the thing you would say?
The knowledge that you get from just advertising and instructor training, the different techniques that we've known that are out there but haven't necessarily used, and new techniques that we've learned just engaging with your students. We always have trouble getting people involved sometimes, even like the shy kids that were always hiding behind their mom and stuff like that are now actually interacting with us.
That's awesome. What about for you, sir? What would you say to somebody? Mr. Alex?
I thought you raised your hand.
So
for me, I'm always, the type of person that thinks about things. Should we do it? Should we not do it? That type of thing. So this comment would be to myself as well as to others who are on the fence. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time being on the fence. Just do it. You don't have time to wait.
Yeah.
This thing happened overnight, and the more time you wait, the more chances your school is going to go under and never be able to open back up.
And there's no reason to reinvent the wheel.
There's no reason to, like Stephen said, to reinvent the wheel. The whole program's here.
Right.
I learned a lot of things that I never knew about. I never thought that martial arts could really be, I always laughed at those videos, of people teaching, karate and that type of thing. And
I'll be hating on the karate now. Just kidding.
And I didn't realize that it can work. You really, there are certain techniques that you can use to make it work. For lack of, in a perfect world, obviously it's better to do it in a class, one-on-one, things like that, but it isn't.
Yeah.
And going forward, I see the benefit of having both.
Right.
We discovered that some of our students who've moved to North Carolina, Florida, Seattle can now join in.
Yeah.
And now we even have happy hour on Fridays with people from, out of state, moved away, and we get to see each other again.
That's awesome.
And so it's a very, very pleasant journey.
Awesome.
That we've been doing for the past 6 weeks. I didn't realize it's been 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm flown by. How about for you, Mr. Chris? What would you say to somebody on the fence?
I'd say that running a martial arts school is not an easy task. And, I think that for a while, we were just kind of spinning our wheels, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I think, once we joined the program, it's opened our eyes. We're thinking outside the box of what our normal box would be. The program is set up so perfectly that we have the done-for-you materials. The scripts are readily available, ready to be implemented. The videos that we're watching on the portal, it's great to really give us a direction on how to go to get more students in the door.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it.
To add something to that,
Yeah.
I've always been afraid to change. I always get upset when my laptop is 5 years old, I have to get a new one because the software doesn't work anymore. I always am afraid of changing. This program made me unafraid to change.
That's awesome.
Move forward.
That's awesome. Beautiful.
So,
well, that's really awesome. I really appreciate you guys taking a second to just kind of relay all that information and your experiences. So that'll be it for this call today. And again, I appreciate you guys. As always, if you need something, hit me up in Messenger, okay? And
thank you, Jennifer. See you next time.
You're welcome. See you guys later. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.